What's up everyone, Prepared Guy here once again, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Olight Baldr Pro R. The R is for rechargeable. This is Olight's refined rechargeable version of the popular large size weapon light, and I've been waiting patiently for this light for a while now because I didn't like the old version that had non-rechargeable batteries. This light features an adjustable 5 megawatt green laser built into the reflector, and the laser has a standalone max runtime of 19 hours. Upon unboxing, you'll find the BALDR Pro R itself, along with an MCC 1 amp magnetic charging cable, the instructions, a 1913 Picatinny reel adapter with N3X4 screws, and an Allen wrench for adjusting the horizontal and vertical position of the laser. The BALDR Pro R is made of aluminum alloy and is powered by a built-in 3.6 volt 1000 milliamp lithium polymer battery. It's also IPX4 water resistant and has an impact rating of 1 meter and weighs in at just 126 grams or just under 4.5 ounces. I'll leave the technical specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I accidentally leave anything out of this review, so pause the video here if you want to see those details. During my runtime test using just the light beam without the green laser, the BALDR Pro R ran on the 1350 lumen high mode for 1.5 minutes and then stepped down to the 500 lumen step down mode for an additional 40 minutes before stepping down again to the low 300 lumen mode for an additional 10 minutes before turning off, for a total runtime of approximately 52 minutes and 25 seconds. During my thermal test, the light got up to 116 degrees Fahrenheit or 46 degrees Celsius after 37 minutes of use. And finally, during my recharge time test using my Anker variable charger, the 1000 milliamp built-in rechargeable battery went from completely depleted to fully recharged within roughly 1 hour and 25 minutes. Now let's go over the modes, lumen outputs, and general operation of the Olight Baldr Pro R. Alright guys, now we're going to go into the general operation, lumen outputs, and modes for the BALDR Pro R. That's R for rechargeable. So let's take a look at this beautiful little device here now, giving you guys a brief tour of it. It has a little ring here. You twist it, it will change the different modes so that you can go from laser to laser beam with the light beam, and then just the regular standard light beam. So first things first, I'm going to give you a tour of the body. You have two buttons, one on each side, and they both do the same thing. They're ambidextrous, so that way you don't have to worry about whatever firearm you put it on. You're going to be able to use it, ambidextrous. Another thing here is you got your rail mount right here. Very simple to use. They give you an interchangeable Picatinny and a Glock rail mount. So it's very, very easy to use. I have an airsoft here and I'm using that specifically because I don't want to use a real firearm on this channel because of the algorithms for YouTube. But very simple, as you guys can see, it just snaps right in there. This is very springy, mounts on basically just about anything. You could basically, anything that has any kind of rail, you can essentially put it on from my experience. So let's go into the modes right now, okay? First things first, you have the regular mode. I'm gonna put this in the low mode. This is the low mode first, okay? All you have to do to access that is just press the button one time. So one time turns it on. If you double click, it goes into the high mode. Double click again, goes into the low mode. So the low mode is the 300 lumen mode that has a runtime about 1.5 hours, and this is just for the beam itself. If I wanted to double click it, 1, 2, it goes into the high 1350 lumen mode with a runtime about 1.5 minutes. And after about a minute, it starts to kind of ramp down, and then it goes into the 500 lumen mode, which you can't access by clicking the button. It only gives you the high or the low. So you have the high 1350, low 300. Very simple. Now we're going to move it over to the green dot right here. See that? You get the laser and you have the light beam. Double click again, brings you into the high mode. Very simple. And you just press it again to turn it off. We can go over to the laser. This is the laser. 19-hour runtime on that, guys, with a fully charged battery. If you want to use the strobe at any time, except for in the laser mode, you have to push both buttons down at the same time. It won't work in the regular laser. You have to have it in either the laser
and the beam, or just the beam for it to work, but you squeeze both down, it goes into the strobe, and then you just press any button to turn it off. And it's very, very simple. So for the lockout mode, guys, very simple operation as well. Hold down one side, 1, 2, hold down the other side, 1, 2. It shuts off. Then you can use it still on your gun. So say that you needed to grab it in an emergency, you still needed some light, you can go ahead and push it down. That's 100 lumens, but in order to unlock it, you have to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it will automatically, there you go. Now it's unlocked. Very, very simple to use, guys. Very easy operation here. It has a magnetic mount for the charger right here. This also doubles once you get, the sale is going to have one of those rail mounted switches that you'll be able to purchase for that will be compatible with this light. Don't know a ton of details about it because Olight kept me in the dark and they just threw this at me last minute. So anyways, very, very cool light overall. You have your horizontal and your vertical here. So if you wanted to change the laser sight position, all you have to do is go in here. You can change, it's very, very simple. You change it this way, you change it that way. And the same tool can be used to unmount the Glock or the Picatinny rail mount here. So it's very, very simple to use. So guys, let's take this outside and start shooting at stuff with it. I'm gonna do a beam shot test and we'll see if we can line up some sights with that laser and you know, get some shots on paper.
The BALDR Pro R has a max beam distance of 200 meters or 660 feet on the 1350 lumen high mode. It also has a max candela of 10,000 CD, and the color LED tint is a cool white coming in at about 6500K, and the 5 megawatt laser runs in the 510 to 530 nanometer spectrum. I'll be performing this targeting demonstration using an airsoft pew-pew in order to not upset the YouTube algorithm.
All right, guys, we're outside with the BALDR Pro R, and here we are in the low mode. And that target right there is about 30 feet away. As you can see, the green laser is nice and bright. You can see that perfectly clear on the target. We're gonna go ahead and take some shots at it. And as you can see, perfectly hit target. I'm going to throw this in the high mode, 30 feet away. Take a couple shots at it now. Very nice. Now you're going to do the strobe. Pretty decent light. Again, this is in the low mode. I got the laser going on there. And as you can see, that tree line all the way back where the laser is hitting, as you can see way, way back there, look how far back that goes. All the way back there, it's about 150 feet from where I'm at right now. I'm gonna throw this into the turbo mode or the high mode. And you can still see the laser about 100 feet away. We're gonna go up into the tree line there. You can see that laser is nice and bright. Any targets you need to hit are definitely gonna get hit by this. Now let's see how we do. Bounced right off that tree back there. Throw it in the low mode. Not bad.
My pros and cons are as follows. First, the pros. It's rechargeable with a green laser and it's 1350 max lumens with a decent runtime. I mean, how often are you going to be using a weapon light on high for an hour straight? You'd run out of ammo before you even run out of light. Now let's move along to the cons. A built-in non-removable battery is not ideal for most people on this channel, especially with only a 2-year warranty, but at least Olight is using a lithium polymer battery, which is definitely what you'd want to be using in a cold weather situation. It performs much better than most other battery formats for these scenarios. Overall, it's not a bad option for a weapon light in my humble opinion. The BALDR Pro R retails for $169.95, but during Olight's Black Friday sale, you'll be able to pick one up for as little as just $108.95 for the standard black version, and that will come with a 2-year 10-year Olight warranty. So if you're thinking about picking up one of the best Olight weapon lights with a laser, then I would definitely recommend the BALDR Pro R. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.